Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Alex Cook, and I have a new video that I'm going to talk about why I am still invested in Chainlink in 2020. And I'm also going to talk about what would cause me to consider selling Chainlink. So, first of all, as always, this video is not intended to be investment advice because investment advice, by definition, it has to take into account your suitability. Now, I don't know you. You could be anyone. Maybe you have a really high risk tolerance or maybe you have really low risk tolerance. So, because I don't know you, I can't say if any kind of investment would be risk appropriate for you. So this is just meant to be informational purposes. But just from my own personal perspective, I will tell you why I am still invested in Chainlink. I have a previous video talking about why I got into it, why I got interested in it. In this video, I will talk about more recent developments that we've seen really in the last few months. And I'll even go into the last few weeks. And what would also cause me to consider selling some of this investment as well. So one of the first big developments that we've seen, and I really can't understate the importance of this, is that Goldman Sachs and Citi have announced that they have been working on equity swaps on a private blockchain. So it's not Ethereum. It's not, one of the public blockchains that we've seen, but this is still a big development as far as finance goes. That you do now have some big banks talking about taking blockchain technology seriously, and not just in a sense that they're trading, crypto to crypto, but that they're using it to help automate their processes. Now, if you see my earlier videos, I was saying this is exactly the kind of thing that we want to be looking for. We don't just want to see white papers on, maybe blockchain could help with finance. This is now moving from kind of white paper theory into brass tacks. We're actually seeing banks experiment with this. So this is a very big development. Now, Chainlink is not involved in this. Now, I want to be clear with that. But let's just recap what happened. So it is now a fact that large major banks are experimenting with blockchain for derivatives. That is a fact. It is my opinion, and again, this is an opinion, that because of this, Chainlink has the ability to potentially benefit in the long run. Because this is the way that Chainlink is marketing itself. I think in the long run, we're going to see banks probably have a preference for public blockchain rather than private. Again, this is my opinion. I could be wrong, but I will say why I think that they'll have a preference for public blockchains. One, it means anyone can hop on it, meaning any counterparty. It's not just going to be the private blockchain that Citi and Goldman used, but it could be any counterparty, whether it's another bank, an energy company, an investor that needs a special type of hedging, like a pension fund or something like that. Anyone can hop onto this because it's a public blockchain. The second reason is the regulatory risk. Sorry, I can't English today. But look, with things like MiFID, regulators are pushing banks to be more transparent and pushing them to use exchanges more. And it's becoming a bit more than just a suggestion. Like they are serious about this with things like MiFID and really a lot of developments I've seen, post 2008. So I think that public blockchain would be a way that would satisfy regulators because, any transaction, you can look it up. So dark pool customers might not be satisfied, but, again, are these really the kind of people that are using interest rate swaps or, complex derivatives like that? In my opinion, they're using the over-the-counter market just because it existed and for a long time it worked. So that's just how over-the-counter derivatives have been traded in the past, not to say it's always necessarily going to work in the future. So point being, the first reason why I am interested in Chainlink in 2020 is that large banks now have shown not just an interest, but like they're actively now exploring using blockchain to help derivatives trading. So that's reason number one. The second reason is the Bitcoin halving. That's expected to happen in May. So the way I look at something like Link from an investment perspective is high beta Ethereum. Essentially it is Ethereum that slammed down a couple Bang energy drinks. So when crypto rallies, which it usually does when Bitcoin rallies, usually money follows behind it, altcoins usually do better. Now, what'll happen too is all the junk coins, they'll probably rally too. We'll see some use cases that make no sense whatsoever. We'll see some things that are blatant, obvious frauds get attention, but I'm staying clear of those. I'm just saying in general, crypto tends to do well. Or let me rephrase, altcoins, which, let's be honest, Chainlink does still fall in that category, when Bitcoin rallies, Ethereum usually follows, or well, since its existence, it has followed. And I believe that Link will follow as well, and could in fact stand to have more upside as well. Now, flip side, it could also have more downside too. But again, I am a bull. Should that change, I'll revise how I express my investments in terms of dollars. So here's what would cause me to sell Chainlink. Now, I think the biggest sign that we could see a market top is when the crypto experts start coming in. All right, I'm not talking about people who do serious research, but I'm talking about, you know the types. It's the ones on Instagram with like a bunch of random charts on their laptop, or like, trading by the pool, or just something silly like that. Like you're silly like Instagram entrepreneur meme guys. It's like, hey, DM me for my trading course, bro. Or like when you have people who have clearly no idea what they're talking about how they're making all this money in crypto. That's when I'm going to be looking to take profit. All right. And also too, if Link like just goes parabolic, just goes crazy, look, I'm not going to be an idiot about it. I'm going to cash in some profits here. So, to recap, why I'm interested in Link is, one, it's now showing not just potential, but it's now showing actual, well, I'll rephrase, DeFi is now showing actual potential. And I believe Link could piggyback off of that. And the second reason is the Bitcoin halving. The downside risk, I think we're going to see plenty of downside risk when the crypto experts, like the Instagram types, all the weirdos sending out their, hey, sign up for my crypto newsletter. When those clowns come in, all right, we're at a market top. Then it's time to run. But I'm seeing like nowhere near the kind of hype that we had back in 2017, which actually makes me kind of excited because I want to get in when you don't have hype. When there is hype, it's too late. You've already missed the boat. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below. Just want to give some quick thoughts on some developments I was seeing with Goldman Sachs and Citi. It is a recent story, so it's something that's still probably ongoing. But should the story develop further, I'll make another video about it. But thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. So take care. Thanks.